What's up guys, my name is Elden and welcome back to another art video. Today's art video, things are gonna get a bit steamy. That a raunchy sauce, yeah man. If you like breasts and even gluteus maximuses, then keep on watching this video. If not, I guess bye. Okay guys, to start this out, I want to talk about how the pose and everything, how it's a little bit different than what I usually do. It's a lot more raunchy and more risque, and that is because this is actually practice for a character in my series that appears later on. Our series is called Scion X Awakening. You can find it on Tapis, Webtoons, and I even have my own personal site. All of it will be linked in the description below. But I digress. This is actually practice because she is really risque in her attire and whatnot. So I wanted to get it down before I just started drawing her out of the blue. It's always good to get some practice down. But now let's talk about the piece itself. This is a coloring video, but I do, again, like the design because it is practice for later. So for the skin, I use color E00 for the base tonal layer, and then I later go on to use E11 and E15 for the two shadow layers. Right now you see me using E11 to give that first shadow layer underneath the different crevices and just to add more of a poppy 3D-ish effect, but while still keeping it 2D nature. You also see me keep on going back and forth between E00 and E11 because I wanted to smooth it out to give it a more fade effect. And you see me doing that even so with E15. When I go and do the darker areas, I still go back and use the previous colors to fade it out and make it more smooth and just more unified. So there isn't a like a constant section that you can see. It's more blended, so it's not like staircases or staggering. It's just a nice blended flow.
When you're alone, life can be a little rough. It makes you feel like you're 3 foot tall. When it's
This overall process, it did take a while, but I do really enjoy how the skin turned out. It reminds me of how I do it online or when I'm doing it in Paint Tool Sci when I'm blending the colors. It makes it emulates that kind of feel. Now for moving on to the hair, I actually used B05, which is process blue for the hair, and then I later go on to use G05, which is emerald green for the two-tonal effect or the ombre effect in the hair. I wanted to do a two-tonal effect because it's a little bit different than what I usually do, which is one solid base color, which is fine, but I wanted to get out the norm and do a tonal effect and have it blend well with the other color, which again is process blue, and it turned out really nice. Also chose to do the lipstick blue. That was a precursor. I knew I wanted to make the lipstick blue from the very beginning, even before I started drawing like the entire piece, because I saw a picture of this female's lips and it was like a nice shade of blue, so I decided to do that blue. And with the blue, another reason why I used the green was to kind of contrast the blue a bit and complement it at the same time. So if the hair was entirely just blue and the lips were blue, it kind of looked kind of bland. That's why I did the ombre effect to make it look less bland. Now moving on to the demonic parts of this piece, like the horns and whatnot, I used N4, which is a natural gray, to do the basal coverage of it to make the color darker, and then I went over it with Garnet R39 to give it a more diminished, kind of darker effect. You can also use this for skin tones if you don't necessarily have the other color skin tones. Like you can use a lighter gray and then go over it with your original base of your skin tone, and it'll become darker, and then you could fade it in. I've seen techniques with that, but I have the colors, so I'm just going to utilize the colors as is. But if I didn't, that's one way someone can still emulate that color scheme. Now for the shirt and the pants, I decided to use the blue again, the B05, just to give it more of a nice poppy feel. When you think of like demonic characters, you usually think of them having like a darkish feel, but I wanted this character to be more seductive. That's why I chose to use lighter colors, hence why leaving the shirt white, it draws more attention to her, and her hair is a more poppy color. I really did enjoy making this. It's a bit different, and it's more of a full picture, and it's a different pose that I'm normally used to. So it was fun to create this. It did take a while, but overall I really enjoyed this picture, and so far it's one of my more favorite pieces. Right here, sorry for the different coloration, I had just stopped filming and then started filming at a later date, and I forgot to change the color balance to normal, because your camera resets after your Logitech cameras reset after you turn off your computer. So that's the reason why it's a different color, but you'll see that it's gonna be the same color as previous. It's just a hint of blue in this color. That's all I really have to say. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And don't forget to actually check out my Instagram, and because that's where I post stuff on the regular basis. I will also be doing Twitch again soon, and my other social media will be linked down in the description below. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Peace.